The LEGO Atlantis theme was a great unlicensed theme from 2010 to 2011. It is my favorite underwater theme, and in this video I will be ranking every Atlantis set. I won't be including polybags as usual. Number 19 is the Sea Jet. This is one of those small sets from this era that would probably be a polybag if it was made today. The figure is just a standard diver, which is nothing special, and the small vehicle build is just okay. Number 18 is the Manta Warrior, and this is another one of those small sets. I like this one more mainly because of the Manta Warrior minifigure. It's probably one of my least favorite creature minifigures of this theme, but it's still a pretty good figure, and definitely more interesting than the divers. The small rock build is pretty much nothing, but I still kind of like it. Number 17 is Ocean Speeder, another small set. The figure is just another diver. The main build is a small diving vehicle, which is decent for its size, but nothing that great. There's a small terrain build, which really doesn't add much. Number 16 is the Seabed Strider. The minifigures are pretty good. The diver isn't interesting, but the Hammerhead Warrior is a really cool figure. The thing about this set I don't like are the builds. There's this small mech-like build that I really don't like the design of when it's standing up, but it looks better when it can fold down into more of a diving vehicle. There's also this small column build, which isn't much. Number 15 is Seabed Scavenger. The figures are good with another diver and Manta Warrior, but I am not a fan of the vehicle. I never like when LEGO vehicles have wheels like this. These plastic wheels I just really don't like, especially the drill pieces for the front wheels. It has tools on the sides, a saw and a grabber tool, which are kind of neat, but they feel like they are just placed on there. And this just feels like a weak build overall. Number 14 is Wreck Raider, another smaller set. The minifigures are another diver and a cool shark warrior. Now the build for the diver's vehicle is okay for a small vehicle, but I don't like it that much. It also doesn't have interesting play features. It has flick fire missiles, which were never that great, but look okay with those hook pieces. And also the engines in the back can turn. But that's basically it for this set. Number 13 is Guardian of the Deep, and this is the first set on this list with one of those brick-built sea creatures, which are most of the time great builds, but this one is the weakest. The minifigure is also not that special, being just another diver. And I'm not even going to mention the divers anymore unless I have something interesting to say about them. The build for the creature just doesn't do it for me. I feel like it could have been better. Number 12 is Undersea Explorer. The main interesting part about this set is that it can transform from a mech into a driving vehicle. I always like these types of play features, and I think it's cool here, but I don't like the build that much, especially the mech form. Mechs are not my type of thing, and this one is just okay. The main flaw with the design is the wheels on the sides of the legs, which are needed for the other form, but don't look good on the mech. It has one of those rubber-tipped missiles, which I like, but it looks like it's just placed on top of the hand and doesn't look that good. I like the driving form a little better, but it's still not the best. There's also a sea creature included in this set, and I think it's a nice small creature for the set that has a cool tail design. Number 11 is Deep Sea Raider. The first minifigure is the diver, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the divers anymore, but this one's name is Dr. Brains, which was a character in Power Miners, so that's a pretty cool crossover. There's also another cool Hammerhead Warrior. The side builds are neat, with a column and chest that has a really cool armor piece. The main build is pretty good. It's the best diver vehicle so far on this list. It comes with a drill and a hand attached to the sides, which don't look that bad. There's also some storage space that holds a small drone that is basically a smaller version of the main vehicle of this set. Number 10 is Monster Crab Clash, which is another smaller set. I really like the build for the small crab creature. It has some cool pinchers in the front which are used to grab the treasure key, which are basically the collectibles of this theme. This is an overall nice small set. Number 9 is Typhoon Turbo Sub, and the main feature of this set is the two engines on the sides that can flip around. On the back of the engines is a missile and a clip. It's an interesting design and play feature for the set, but that's all this set really has, and there's nothing else to say about it. Number 8 is Atlantis Exploration HQ, and you might think this is a little low, but I just like the other sets more. This is another set with a transformation feature. It can turn into a vehicle. I don't like the vehicle form as much, but it's still a cool feature. The actual base is pretty good with a decent interior with an area that has a map and a landing space on top for a small vehicle. There's also a crane at the bottom that can pick up another one of those treasure keys. This is just a really nice playset. Number 7 is Deep Sea Striker. This is another cool brick-built creature. The design for this one looks like a scorpion, and the tail is a great build that has a play feature for it to move forward and strike. It also has some nice claws to grab things. And there's another small build for the diver. This is another really nice creature design for the theme. Number 6 is Neptune Carrier, and this is my favorite diver vehicle for the theme. It has a very solid build, with a storage section at the bottom that holds a small driving vehicle. I don't like that small vehicle that much, but it's a nice inclusion. There's also another small vehicle that attaches to the back, and a small stingray that has some glow-in-the-dark pieces. The main vehicle has a big propeller in the back, and the sides can come down for some storage. This is a very interesting design for a vehicle that has some great play features. Number 5 is Angler Attack, and this is another brick-built creature. The Barracuda Guardian minifigure is really cool and one of my favorite minifigures from the theme. The big anglerfish build is great. It's a really cool creature with the light in front, and the build pulls it off well. It's also one of the more unique creatures for the theme because of the colors. Most of the creatures are black with a secondary color, but this one is mainly green. The side builds are a treasure chest area with a neat helmet and another small diver vehicle, which is pretty small. Number 4 is the Shadow Snapper, which is my favorite brick-built creature from the theme. It's like a giant snapping turtle, which really looks cool with the spikes on the back. There's also a small diver vehicle that I actually really like. I think it's one of the nicer, smaller diver vehicles that are not the main focus of the set, and it has a really nice design and shape to it. Number 3 is Gateway of the Squid, and this is a location set, which is my favorite type of set. It comes with a Squid Warrior minifigure, which is another great figure for the theme. There is the Squid Creature, which is a nice build, but the actual gateway is my favorite part of the set. The entrance of the gateway has a neat piece that holds a treasure key, and if you turn it, the gate will open. There's also a chest with a trapdoor underneath, and what looks like a cage made out of bones. Number 2 is the Portal of Atlantis, another location build. The unique minifigure in this set is the Portal Emperor, which has this cool armor that appeared in other sets as treasure. The build has 2 brick-built sharks on the sides that can come off to attack, and a giant shark head for the entrance. There's a skeleton wearing a helmet that is a reference to Aqua Raiders, the underwater theme that came before this. The portal has a place for all of the treasure keys that opens the portal to Atlantis. This is the biggest set from the theme, and it's a great build. Number 1 is City of Atlantis, which is probably the most important set for a theme called Atlantis. The unique minifigures in this set are the Statue of Poseidon and the Lobster Guardian, which has some cool claw pieces. There are 2 side builds, a diver vehicle which is just okay, and another decent creature build which can come out of a side gate. The design of the main build has a nice style with all of the white columns that has some tan pieces to make it look weathered, and seaweed. There are some of those flame pieces in green which I haven't seen before. You can turn one of the treasure keys to reveal the statue, and there's a trapdoor next to it. This is an amazing set and my favorite from the theme. So that was my ranking of every LEGO Atlantis set. There were some great sets, and I hope to see another unlicensed theme like this in the future. So let me know what your favorite sets are, and tell me what themes you would like to see me rank next. But anyway, that's all I have to say. See you next time. Goodbye.